Ladies and gentlemen, let's all please rise for the pledge. Can you move that mic down, please? Oh, it fell. Set. Lead us in the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It did, it fell.
Yep. Got it? You okay?
They're unfurling our flags. Got it.
There's a piece of tape over there.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hey, I like the... Okay, let's do this real quick, okay? 1, 2, 3. Come along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's have all of them after this weekend, please. All right? No fireworks. Let's be careful, guys. All the fingers. We want to keep them. Yes, we're going to get a lot of calls on fireworks this weekend, just to start off with that. And we will get somebody by. We will send the police. Some of them sound like gunshots. I get it. There's some big fireworks out there. If you are going out this weekend, be aware that a lot of people are on the roadway and you have a lot of visitors this time of year, even though it's 148 degrees. It's hot, right? I can see everybody's in here. Keep your ACs on, please, guys. Stay indoors. Try to stay in the shade wherever you are, because the sun, it sucks the moisture out of your veins. And I don't want anybody dehydrating. If you feel the least bit dizzy, call somebody, please. Don't take the chance or the risk of any kind of injuries or sickness on such a wonderful weekend, okay? The other thing, 2 people have come up to me today just about fraud, okay? Well, this is something we talk about each time, right? And I will say that this is an FPL logo, but here's one of the things, guys, I want you to look at, ladies and gentlemen, is when you get an email or you get an envelope or something sent to you, make sure the logos match, first of all, and look for incorrect spelling or punctuation. I have spell check. That's why I'm a cop. I couldn't do math and I can't spell worth the darn. So being a cop was a good way to get out of it. But make sure your punctuations are there, the capital letters. Go through it before, because if you think it's a scam, chances are it might be. Someone had filled out an application for a credit card, and then they got an immediate phone call saying, hey, you won $500. Answer a few questions. Next thing you know, the $500 goes into the bank. It sounds fishy. Immediately call the credit card company. Me personally, I swiped a credit card, not a debit card, guys. There's a difference. We all understand the difference between debit cards and credit cards, right? Debit cards come out of your bank. Okay? But bam, right out of your bank. Credit cards you can contest. Let's make sure that we use our credit cards for going to gas stations, if we're going on vacations, things like that. Let's have one credit card just for vacations because it's easier for us to pay attention to. If we have the auto pays set up, make sure that you pay attention to your auto pays. There's a lot of people paying for a lot of stuff, and you don't even realize it. Next thing you know, you're like, holy cow, I was paying $72 a month in total for a bunch of stuff I didn't even realize I didn't have, okay? So we get a lot of mail, and my dad is the first one that writes a check and sends it to his insurance. I'm like, Dad, I didn't know that existed, okay? And we do that. So everything's online and everything's very difficult. If you have any questions, please call. Again, this is a third-party person that is wanting to insure, and I think I just went over with one of the gentlemen that's in charge of one of the associations in here, and you do have third-party contractors with large agencies, and they can't do it all. And there is insurance, like the car insurance you see, the insurance shield, and this and that. If you have questions, please bring it to the directives. That's why we elect the people to be in charge, so they know about this. So each one of you has your own HOA and whatnot. Please bring it to their attention, because a phone call just saved this individual probably thousands, okay, of insurance that they don't need. Be cognizant of what your buildings have, their insurances. You're already paying insurances and some different things. Make sure you know what you're paying for, okay? Don't just pay it. Let's look through it, because we might be duplicating the process. Again, this is the fraud thing. This is one of our number one things. Other than that, everything's been grand in the village. The stats have gotten lower, and I'm very excited for that. Bicyclists, please, the one thing that I have noticed is, I know you got your little helmets, your spandex, some of you shouldn't be wearing spandex, but just saying, just throwing that out there. But all in all, you have to follow the traffic laws. If there is a stop sign, just because you're pedaling, you still have to stop. If there's a speed limit, I don't know, too many people getting up 25 miles an hour. You have to travel with the flow of traffic. Okay, please, please, please. I saw 2 people almost get hit by cars just this past week for blowing stop signs because they're riding a bicycle. You're not only putting yourself at danger, but you're putting others at danger. And a car versus flesh just doesn't work, okay? That's pretty much all I got. Everything's been grand, guys. I can't complain. If anybody has any questions, you know I'm here for you. Please get with these guys. They can get a hold of me. I see a hand back there. How about I come to you?
There's a
Why don't you
microphone
come up
back
to the
there.
mic?
There's a mic back there. They got microphones.
Good, we got.
Thank you, though.
You were talking about air conditioners a few minutes ago. Tell me, can we have our air conditioners on under 78 degrees?
I don't mind.
Well, there are some towns that are doing that. That's why. So I figured that's
So
why I asked.
78 degrees is, during the summertime, we use a lot of energy, right? A ton of energy. So they say when you leave the house, turn it up to 78 degrees, because it's not only saving you, but it's also helping out your neighbors and constituents around to power some important stuff like your water filtration systems, your drainage, your this, your that, because that draws a lot of energy. One of the things that I learned by talking with actually an FPL person is anything heat related, my dryer, my cooking, my stuff like that, I try to do after 5 o'clock because it actually costs me less. It's not sucking as much energy as during the day. That's just a fun fact. But I like to keep mine on 78. I definitely put a fan in the house. I'm one of those fan sleepers.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I have a.
The motorcycle accident, I wasn't privy to that. I wasn't around, so I would have to find out through our traffic division.
Donald can help us.
Good morning. Actually, I was first on the scene for the motorcycle accident. There was a collision between a car and a motorcycle. The motorcyclist was injured, and he was taken to the hospital.
I'd like to make an observation for you as well, sir. The other day, I'm going out of the Century Boulevard at the Haverhill exit,
Okay.
and cars are coming down, going north, and they're making a U-turn, and 2 times the cars just missed each other. Is there any way for them to stop from making that U-turn? Is it legal, illegal? And it's an accident waiting to happen.
That's actually a great question. The person making a right turn always has the right of way, correct? The person moving from the right lane to the left lane always has the right of way. That's one of those little known facts. When you're making a U-turn, if you have an arrow and it says you're allowed to make the U-turn, believe it or not, you are in the right to make that U-turn. If it's just a standard green light, like I believe we have out front, you have to yield to the person making a right out of this development. So I'll reiterate that. If you stop and you're going to turn around to go the other direction and you have a green arrow, you do have the right of way. But pay attention to the people because not everybody's driver qualified. I don't know how else to say that. But if there is just a simple green light, then you are the one responsible to watch out for others. Okay?
Because since they put that barrier on Haverhill,
Sure.
people come out from, I guess it's the east side of the and they don't want to go all the way down. So they're trying to make a shortcut, coming around and making that U-turn. So just an
That's
observation.
what I was going to bring up, okay?
Sure.
How come that arrow, that red arrow, does not turn yellow and flash so you can make a left-hand turn when it's clear?
So
When
a
you
lot
come-
of
when
that
you
is
come-
traffic study, right? And maybe a study hasn't been done there yet to see if there's any ongoing stuff. Quite simply, before a red light or a flashing arrow or a U-turn sign, there has to be specific studies because one thing is a domino effect to others, which could lead to other accidents maybe down the road from people making illegal U-turns, things like that. So that is more of a traffic-related, and that is a county question because what you can bring up to the traffic division, then request a study to come out and check on that. You do have a lot of construction going on right now.
Yeah, I hear him.
That's a lot. And people
just-
miss their turns because they're looking at other things. Here's what I always tell everybody. If you miss your turn, don't move over, pass it, turn around when it's safe, and go back. It's 30 more seconds. But as for what you're saying, it is a very busy intersection out there at Haverhill Road. The blinking light, I don't know why it doesn't go to a flashing yellow light there, but there's obviously a reason it doesn't because whatever study in the past has determined that is what it's supposed to be.
Of course, again, you can make that left-hand turn, you're sticking out in the middle of a live lane instead of the left-hand lane. The other question I got is, my understanding is I have a motorcycle. They're going to stop giving out passes to come in the gate. I'd like to know why.
Go ahead, Donald.
Sorry?
We'll give you an answer.
Good morning. Thank you for coming today. Yes, a decision was made recently to suspend giving barcodes to the motorcycles. Now, what we did in the past was we gave them the barcodes affixed to a piece of lucite, which with a lanyard, so that the motorcyclist could wear it around his neck and aim it at the reader. Two things were happening. One is we had a number of accidents in the barcode lane, presumably maybe picking for the it's a bit of a juggle. So after 1 or 2 accidents, decision was made for that reason. The other reason is the barcodes not affixed to a vehicle is a security liability, because the people who have them can give them to anyone. So for that reason, for that second reason, if the one you have, as long as it's working, you can use it, but there'll be no more given out.
Because again, when you stop giving them out, what is this motorcyclist supposed to do? Stay in the motorcyclist.
They'll use the other lane.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm getting to. So I'm supposed to be sticking out in the middle of Okeechobee or Haverhill when all that traffic is backed up.
Yes.
So that's not dangerous.
Thank you for your input.
If you have a question, there's a microphone in the back, please. Back here, there's a microphone.
Now he's leaving. Oh, no, he's
Can you talk into the mic, because we can't hear you? Sorry. Wants to look.
Okay, the Okeechobee entrance where you come in, people, they go in and then they go speeding down the street. They don't stop through the stop sign and they're whizzing down there. That four-corner stop, you're supposed to stop and cars just keep traveling. And I was waiting out there, one car went, the other car went, it was my turn to go, and another car that came up after me wanted to go and was in the middle of the turn when it was my turn.
Okay,
And
so
I don't
are we
understand.
talking about the 4 corners, the 4 stop sign corner near Wellington?
No, near, yes, near Wellington.
Okay, yeah, that is a place where we frequently see people cruising through the stop sign or not waiting for their turn. Periodically,
They're going
periodically, PBSO does enforcement at that very spot, and I expect you'll see enforcement there again very soon. That's how we control that.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Good morning. I live in Windsor.
Microphone, we can't hear you, ma'am.
Good morning. I live in Windsor K, and when I'm going to make a left-hand turn and the traffic from the Okeechobee entrance, with all those trees and bushes that are high, I can't see who's coming. Can they be trimmed down more?
Yes, and they will be. I believe you're talking about the jatropha shrubs that are in the medians. So when you come in
Exactly.
through Okeechobee, you're going to make a left to go into Windsor section. Your eyesight's being blocked, and you can't see if there's anybody coming at you.
Correct.
Yes, they will be pruned again, and that happens about 4 times a year. But for you, I would advise you to just creep up very slow. Get yourself. I'm assuming you're in a sedan, not a higher up vehicle.
Correct.
Yeah, that's pretty much whenever I hear that, that's the case. You just got to creep up and take a good look before you don't assume nobody's there. But yes, they do get trimmed on a regular basis.
Okay,
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Good morning.
Oh, wait, hey,
I
I'm
want
sorry,
one
you're hiding
question
back
for
there.
Both of you. Number one, the stanchions coming into the village. That's supposed to divide the guest pass and the regular way for other people.
Yeah, we have new ones on order. They should be arriving today.
Because they are disgusting for the
Yeah.
community, number one, and it's dangerous because sometimes there's only 2, sometimes there's only 1, instead of a row of the stanchions.
I just ordered 18 new ones yesterday. I think they're going to arrive today. If not, it'll probably be Monday. But I'll tell you that whatever we put there, whether it's orange cones or the stanchions, they pretty much get wrecked pretty quick because they're, especially Okeechobee, because Okeechobee, the lanes are quite narrow. But funny you should say that. Yeah, we have new ones on on order.
Thank you.
You're
It
welcome.
improves the village's place.
Thank God for Amazon.
Okay, I have another question. I know this is a 55-plus retirement community. Someone told me when they went to a UCO meeting, they said 20% out of that building can be between age 49 and 54. Is that true?
Well, you're in the right church, wrong pew. We have 309 associations. They are all listed as HOPA communities. HOPA is a federal law called the Housing for Older Persons Act. What HOPA does is allow your board, your association, to essentially discriminate against one class of person, someone over 55 years old. However, the law recognizes that there are weird situations, hardship situations, so the federal law allows for 20% of the units to be occupied by persons under 55 years old without losing your HOPA certification. That does not mean that you must let up to 20%. You don't have to let any in if you want.
I've noticed that there's a lot of 40 years olds moving into renting and owning. And so that kind of gets my goat because it says 55. 8 years ago when I was looking for a condo, every building kept saying 55, 55.
Right.
Okay.
And there are
so
tons
why-
of scenarios that could explain that. It
Okay.
could be a 45-year-old wife with a 55-year-old husband.
Right, now I understand that.
What it really was intended for are situations where an underage spouse has becomes a widow or a widower, right?
Right.
And what are they supposed to do? Pack their bags and leave because they're
Right.
not 55?
Right.
That's the reason for the now. Real estate agents, being real estate agents, will tell you you have to let them in because you don't have 20%. No, you don't.
Okay.
You check with your attorney, and your attorney will tell you what your
Okay,
rights
can
are.
you tell me what the security cars, what they're able to do, what their jobs are? 'Cause
Their
they-
jobs are very simple. Observe and report and access control. Those are their only two jobs. Everything else is extra. So when you see them rolling through the two sections, because we have an east and a west rover, they're looking for things that can be reported to the police. Their job is when they see something, dial 911, just like anyone else. By the
Yeah.
way, same rules for the COP car, which is like our auxiliary police car.
Yeah. yeah. When I
And
came-
the other function is access control,
Yeah.
manning the two booths.
Now, the first week that I was here, I went to the swimming pool. There were these ladies, and they said these two people who are allegedly supposed to be taking care of this old man, and they were IV drug users. Those witnesses witnessed them in the car sharing a needle, and then the second time I was out there, I don't bring my cell phone to the pool.
Right.
And so I told her I didn't have a phone. And then they jumped in with their clothes and they kept repeating the address where they're at, saying, well, he's yelling a lot. Well, yeah, if you're living there and you're drug addicts, yes, he's going to be upset. How are we going to protect those homeowners?
So here's my message that you can convey to the ladies at the pool. If they see illegal drug use, if they see anything that looks, the right place to call is 911. You can call security, but all security is going to do is tell you to call 911. Just cut out the middleman. You see something that doesn't look right, call 911. Police will be there like white on rice.
Right, right, because I'm looking to buy another condo here, and my mother lived here 23 years ago. And they had set up through the clubhouse where you can go 2 or 3 day vacation cruises. Century Village don't offer that anymore, but at her time, it was really nice here. But now I know that we have some drug dealers here because last year I heard 3 gunshots, and then a few days later, police swarming that building.
Okay, ma'am.
So how
Well,
do we get those out?
thank you for your input.
Okay,
All right?
all right, thank you.
Yes, Judy?
Good morning, Judy.
Good morning. I'm Judy Blow from Northampton, Bing. I'm just here to say, let the buyer beware. This past Friday, I made a purchase at Lowe's. On the receipt, it said, call for the survey. You could be a $500 winner. I follow instructions quite well. I did just that. And as soon as I was connected, I had won $500. Needless to say, it was a scam on Lowe's receipt, and Lowe's had nothing to do with it. Buyer beware.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you. Any other questions for our law enforcement? Okay. Our office is closed today, but thank you for coming. I need a motion for the minutes. Okay. Would someone like to make a motion to accept the minutes? Laura and Sandy. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Not hearing any. We will accept the minutes as presented. I'll start off by saying happy birthday, America. And thank you for coming today. So we're going to try to make this as informative and as brief as possible. We'll start off with our UCO reporter.
Thank you, Mr. President.
We have 91 people, so we don't have a
We don't have a quorum.
No quorum today.
Okay, I'm going to make this very short to give everyone a chance to speak. Your packet will show that we are ahead at the reporter in May, $7,721. I have, not yet, I have a report through June 24th. We are ahead 95.45. So the reporter is living and well. Have a happy 4th, and we'll see you on August 7th.
The most amazing part that if you go back 5 years ago, we had a red line of $24,000. And we straightened that out in over less than 3 months, and we've been in the black ever since. And it's all thanks to Miss Ruth. She's done a fantastic job. David, do you have anything for us?
Nothing today, Fausto.
Okay, thank you. John, we'll start off with you today.
Uh-oh. I don't have much today. I'm not going to speak too long. But I want to thank the volunteers at UCO. This week, we started cross-training different people in different areas. So that's working well. We had a few people step up to the plate automatically and said, John, I want to learn this and I want to learn that. So I want to thank everybody for that. I have applications here with me today for anybody that wants to volunteer. We are still looking for volunteers. This is vacation time for a lot of people in the office, and we are definitely looking for more volunteers. So I have the applications with me. If anybody wants to volunteer, please see me after the meeting. I just want to touch base on the motorcycle thing. If a motorcycle has a barcode, he can be updated, or she can be updated until the life of the barcode. If you got a barcode last year and you got 3 more years to go on it until it fades and doesn't work anymore, you can still get updated. We are not issuing any more new barcodes. And really, that's really all I have to say today. Thanks for coming out today, and happy 4th of July.
Thank you, John. Jerry, you're next.
Short and sweet.
So I'm going to be as brief as possible. First of all, happy 4th to everybody. I can maybe 1, 2, or 3 very quick things. First thing is about Sunbiz. There are still a lot of associations who have not filed a Sunbiz report. It should have been in May. I would just urge you, get your property manager to do it for you, or you could do it yourself. It's very, very simple. You go online to sunbiz.org. It tells you how to do it, and in less than 5 minutes, you could get it all done and be in accordance with what it has to be done. Donald will explain maybe a little later why it should be done. The other thing is with regard to transparency. I have said this many times. I will say it again. When an owner, and this is something that comes to me in the office many times. If an owner comes to you and asks you for what your financials are, what's the status of the building, you have to tell them. You can't say that, well, come back to me, give me another month, another 2 months. you have to be as transparent as possible. And I found the best way to do it is if you have a website, the master of the website will put the financials on it. You can just direct them to the website, and that'll be it. Other than that, have a wonderful 4th. Stay safe, and the weather is supposed to be very hot. So be hydrate, stay cool. Don't stay out in the sun if you don't have to. And everybody have a wonderful weekend.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, my concern is that when the pharmacy closed 2 years
Can you
ago,
tell us your name and what association, if you're a unit owner
Lorraine
or not
Schaefer,
delegate?
Berkshire,
Yes.
Jay. Since they closed down the Walgreens on Okeechobee and Military is a nightmare. They can't keep up. They don't have enough employees. Are we going to do anything by putting in another pharmacy, which was so great for everybody here?
Okay, so a couple of things about the pharmacy. First, the Walgreens left voluntarily.
Yes.
The owner of that building, there's a private company owns that building, are actively looking for a tenant. And my understanding is they want to have a grocery and a pharmacy. They've not been successful with that, but they're continuing to look.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start in 2 weeks to do a
And
petition.
by the way, if anybody here can place someone in there, I believe there's a finder's fee.
Yeah, I'm going to do a petition to have everybody sign up to get another pharmacy. I know Walgreens left, and that was their big mistake, and they're in a massive lawsuit
Yeah.
right now. But it would be fantastic.
But please understand that building is
Yeah, I
owned
know.
by a private company.
That I do know.
And it's up to them to rent it out, and I know they're actively looking for tenants.
Right, exactly. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jerry, you done?
I'm done, yeah.
Okay. Stuart, you're up.
One of the issues of being last in line is all the good stuff has been said. So have a happy holiday, and see you at the office whenever you have issues. We'll be able to help you. Thank you. And
Thank you,
drive
Stuart.
slow.
Tony, you're up. Anything for us today?
Like everybody else, I just want to say happy 4th. And if you are going out to any of the festivities where the fireworks are, I know the police officers already talked about being safe, but also be aware of little children because everybody's going out. They're very excited. They're running around and they're not paying attention and possibly running in between cars. So be careful. That's all. Enjoy.
Thank you. Okay. Donald, you're up.
Oh, back on the hot seat I go. All right, guys, just quick update on projects. South Canal, the new perimeter fence on the south side of the canal is 2/3 complete. I believe they're going to start the final third in the Andover section this coming week. We started the installation of the guardrails on the north side of the canal, but we ran into a problem this week. When the company came and sunk their first piece, they hit an underground power line and knocked power out for a couple of buildings. So they have to get locates back and be very sure before they put the rest. That guardrail is going to be in the Andover section and the Windsor section. Finally, there's a section in across from Bedford G, next to the Seacrest compound that keeps washing out. So we're going to put a drain there, and Fausto just signed off on the change order, and I would say next week or the week after, Shenandoah will be back to take care of that, and that's pretty much the end of that project. Next, North Canal, which is the pretty much the same job as what you saw in the South Canal. We have a proposed contract with JFB Construction. It's with our lawyer and their lawyer, and they're negotiating some small parts. As soon as that's ready and our lawyer says it's good to go, Fausto will sign it, and we'll start scheduling that work. Finally, the Plymouth Laundry. This week we had a hand-painted sign put up on the front of the building. Looks very nice. we're waiting for a draft contract for a company to bring us the new machines. And we don't have that yet, but as soon as we do, that'll have to go to the lawyer for review. And once that's ready to go, Fausto will sign it, and the new machines will be ordered. Finally, landscaping started today, new sod and rocks in the back of the building. So that project is slowly coming to its end. I'm hoping to get that facility up in the next month or so. I know I keep saying that in the next month or so, but it'll be done when it's done. Finally, I know you saw the Breeze Line table the last couple of months in the lobby for these meetings. They didn't come today, but they'll be back next month, August. In the meantime, if you have a problem with your or a complaint or a compliment or any kind of comment about your cable service, there is a form that you can fill out on our website, www.unitedcivic.org. All right? And that's all I have for today, unless you guys got anything for me. Thank you.
He hasn't started working yet. I'm going to make him work a little harder the next 6 months.
Yeah, he's taking it easy on me.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to say thank you to the people that are coming to Coffee with the Presidents the second Friday of the month. For those of you that have not come, call Erica. She'll put you on the list. We do 12 to 15 people at a time. It is very well worthwhile. There's a lot of information that I give you on what's going on, what UCO does, WPRF, and mainly what your responsibility as a board member. I've been saying this for the last 3 years. When I first started, it was about a 3-inch line. It is now a full 8.5 by 11 page of what the responsibility of the associations are. And that list keeps growing. House Bill 913 has been a godsend, and it put us right into heaven and hell at the same time. It puts a lot of pressure on the associations to be doing their jobs. So if you have not attended, please come. Coffee's fresh because you brew it yourself. We have K machine, and I bring fresh donuts. The third meeting, the third Friday of the month, I put it off until autumn when more people come back. The last two were not attended very well. I mean, I'll run the meeting for 1 or 2 people, but it seems like 1 or 2 people were the same people that came the month before. So, but that is at the UCO office, second Friday. But you must call in Erica and say that you want to be putting on the list. Okay? It's open right now for presidents and vice presidents, but if you're on the board and your vice presidents or presidents are not here, or the treasurer, you're welcome to come. My suggestion is if you're going to be running for office next year or thinking of running for office, you should also come so you know what you're getting yourself into. A lot of the new officers, when they come in, they have no clue of what to do. You know, it's a good place to learn what your responsibility as building officers are. Our treasurer is not here, but I think the new format of our treasurer's report is very well explained. If someone does have a question, Mary Jane is in the office usually 4 or 5 days a week. You can call her, and she will be more than happy to answer your questions. Do we have any unfinished business? Oh, okay. So we had we've added to our insurance, one of our insurance policies that has never been offered before, but in case of a hurricane or a major storm, we were able to get $500,000 worth of insurance coverage if a storm came and knocked down some of our royal palm trees or did major damage to the shrubbery around the village. So we had, like I said, it's $500,000 worth of coverage, and we're covered for the next 12 months. So it's a new policy that's never been offered before, and we're not even sure if they're going to offer it next year. If we have no hurricanes, I'm sure they're going to offer it. If we have a hurricane, they're probably going to cancel it. Okay. The deductible is $29,000, if I believe. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, the deductible is $50,000. I'm sorry, it's 10%. The premium was $29,000. So, let's see. Is there any new business? Anybody have any new business for us?
So I got another bite, if that's all right.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, Jerry just reminded me to tell you guys, in case you haven't done it, there are still a few associations out there that have not done their annual filing with Florida Department of Corporations, Department of State. This is Sunbiz. Your manager should be doing this for you by May 1st. A bunch, after we sent out a mailing, a bunch got done. But I would ask that you all go into the Sunbiz website, check your own association. If you don't see a 2026 filing, call your manager, come into UCO, we'll help you, or just do it yourself. It costs $61.25. This isn't a small but important piece of housekeeping. We have associations that went 2 or 3 years without making the filings and found themselves disincorporated. I don't even know what that's actually called, unincorporated, which means you're not even an association anymore. And I know of one association that had to pay about $4,000 to get reincorporated. So it's a tiny, it can get, in some cases, the boards are under the impression that if there are no changes on the board, there's no reason to make a filing. But you really do need to make the filing every year to be legit. So if you have any questions, just stop by UCO, send me an email, and we'll help you with that. All right? There aren't many left, but there are still a few. Thank you.
Thank you, Donald. Commissioner Weiss, would you like to come up and say a few words?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow, great to be with you this morning. Happy almost 4th of July, and happy birthday to the United States of America. You know, as we started, before we started this morning, I was talking to Fausto, and, you know, when you think back, and I should say I woke up last night and I was watching a documentary on Thomas Jefferson, and when you think back 250 years ago and what the world was like and how they came up with this idea of the United States of America and the values that we have, absolutely unbelievable. They were so far ahead of their times. Not to say we still don't have a long way to go to realize those ideals, but we've come a long way. And I think it's wonderful. We've lasted 250 years, and I hope to hell we last another 250 years. But this is a wonderful celebration for this country. I do want to let you know at the next meeting, August 7th, people from Palm Beach County Community Services are going to be here on that date. I have to look at the time, but they're going to be giving away both information on hurricane preparedness, but also providing free meals. Hurricane meals, so you'll be able to pick those up, and let's see if it says on here what time. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. while supplies last. It's going to be here at the main clubhouse, and you're going to get emergency hurricane meals, hurricane preparedness information, emergency planning resources, and tips for how to stay safe. So hopefully you all will take advantage of that on August 7th. And with that, that's all I have for today, and delighted to be with you. And of course, Niels is here, the ever popular Niels Heinrichs. And we are here, as always, standing by for whatever your needs are. Either a call, email, send it by telegram, telegraph. It doesn't matter. We'll answer every which way you contact us. So have a happy, safe 4th of July.
Thank you. Commissioner Weiss, thank you for reminding me. The very last page of our agenda sheet has a flyer explaining the program for next Delegate Assembly. Put it on your bulletin board. My understanding, they will have 1,000 kits available. So It's also in the UCO Reporter.
That's okay. We have them for you. The distribution will be after the next month's meeting, first Friday of next month. And we're giving them out after the meeting so that we don't eat them while we're in the meeting. All right?
Chanel Tung, she's running for County Court Judge.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start off by thanking you for having me here this morning. My name is Chanel, last name is Tung, T-O-N-G-E, and I am a candidate for County Court Judge here in Palm Beach County. It's an open seat, meaning I'm not running against a sitting judge. It's created by the retirement of Judge Deborah Moses Stevens, who will be retiring at the end of the year. Our election is on August the 18th. It's a county-wide race, and it's on every ballot because it's a nonpartisan race. And I'm running because I believe that judges influence and impact how each and every one of you view our justice system. Each time you're in front of a judge and that judge follows the law, and each time you're in front of a judge and that judge treats every person in the courtroom with dignity, respect, and fairness. And that is what I've been doing for the last 20 years as an assistant public defender in public service here in Palm Beach County. I have served as the chief of our juvenile division representing children, the chief of our county court division, which I'm now running for county court judge, and I'm currently serving in and chairing our mental health division, where I have been for the last 6 years working with individuals who are charged with crimes who also have severe mental illnesses. And so my goal with working in that division is to link people with services so that they can be eventually placed back into the community safely and not recidivate back into the system. So that's a little bit about what I do. I'll share a little bit about who I am. I attended the University of Central Florida for undergrad, the University of Florida for law school. I graduated in '06 and moved here to Palm Beach County, where, like I said, I've served at the Public Defender's Office in public service since. But my biggest thing and the thing I'm most excited about sharing is my mentorship. I believe in pouring into the next generation of leaders here in Palm Beach County. So for the last 9 years, I've been a mentor with Take Stock in Children Palm Beach County. I've gone out to various schools, including Palm Beach Lakes, American Heritage, work with their mock trial team and their law students. I've had them come to the office and shadow me. I've been running that program with American Heritage since 2015. I also work with the Delta GEMS program that works with high school girls in various schools along Palm Beach County. I just believe that mentorship was very important to me when I was growing up, and so I just like the opportunity to pour back into individuals and into our youth because they are our leader and our future. And so I thank you guys for listening to me today. I have handouts. I'll be around if you have any questions. And I look forward to earning your vote on August 18th. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And our good friend Derek from Brian Mast's office is here that wants to say hello.
Hey. I'm not going to apologize for my attire because it's a federal holiday. So that should tell you about my service. I'm going to follow my good friend, Commissioner Weiss, 250 years ago or before, after the patriots and loyalists finished killing themselves or killing ourselves, we came up with this unique document. It's called a Constitution. And our congressional members are elected based on that Constitution. And one of the first issues, or the first issue with that wonderful document, deals with congressional members. Governors can change congressional districts. Our governor changed this congressional district, which means Congressman Mast is no longer your congressional representatives. For those of you who are not in favor of the congressman, you can clap. Those of you who are in favor of the congressman, you can also clap. But here's what I know. I know that in our 250 years of freedom, I've come to realize something that is extremely important. And that is, it's really about leadership. And Tip O'Neill used to have a saying, and that saying was all politics is local, and he's right. And I came up here not to pontificate, but to say, because we've been together, because we have been together so long, there is a caveat in the Constitution. And while your current congressional member, Congresswoman Lois Frankel, does have the first right of refusal because we are friends, you all can reach out to me, can reach out to Niels, can reach out to Commissioner Weiss. And if your congressperson does not answer, look to me to be able to assist you. And I say that because it's about leadership and it is the right thing to do, to include we've been together so long. So thank you, God bless you, happy 4th of July. And I will pop up every so often. That's not a threat, it's a promise.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you. And I have to say thank you to the congressman and to you for the last couple of years on everything that you've helped Yuko and Century Village with. He has been very, very helpful to us, as long with Commissioner Weiss and other people. Thank you personally. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Do we have anything for the good of the order that we missed?
Judy.
Yes, Judy, go ahead.
Microphone.
Go to the microphone.
There is a female here that has lost an earring. I have it.
I know it's a female.
Judy, in today's world, that's a sexist thing you just said, because it could have been a male's earring. Well, you never know.
I checked my ears to see if they were missing.
Okay. Again, happy 4th of July. Be safe. I know that we have some things going on here in Century Village. It's going to be a little warm. Stay safe. Drink a lot of water. And again, thank you for coming out today. Enjoy your weekend. Commissioner Niels, thank you so much. Thanks. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Enjoy.
Motion to adjourn.
Stop by the office. I got to run out.
You said